Have you ever looked at your life and thought that more in me than this? I've always had that thought, not in a condemning way, not in a my life is terrible kind of way. Okay, just an awareness that I've not met the fullest version of myself yet. I know most of us have felt that at some point. So let me say this first. When it comes to living at our fullest potential, taking the first step is always the starting language. I can't say how deep you've gone thinking about how your life has been going, but it has a lot to do with what is pushing us to live at our fullest potential or what is not. And this is what today's video is all about. The problem is that we don't even believe we can make impact, like make meaning out of living. So our potential is just there lying on the sofa because everyone has it. Okay, and when it comes to living at our fullest potential, we are not shy. I don't believe it. We are just not willing to put in the work to get us from point desire to point expectation. And to know one's potential is to know that it needs some push. A popular billionaire said something. He said the human that still has it in him to dream and aspire for something, okay, should feel blessed. Because when you mark all the unattainables then there won't be anything to aspire for. So this is a gift, allegedly, right? And when people talk about potential, they make it sound mystical, as though one day you will wake up, discover your purpose, buy the right planner, drink a lot of water, and suddenly become the person you always wanted to be. I wish it worked that way, but it doesn't. We have this common saying in my cycle, like if you're not okay with where you are at, change it. It's that simple. It's on you to do what you need to do to get you from point desire to point expectation. No one can do that for you. And the thing is, nobody even knows to do that for you except you. And if anything, right, if we are to talk about living out one's potential, you need to understand how your system works, how your bodies are designed. Naturally, they're just how your system works that you need to be in tune with. I'm not a morning person. I feel like I'm a nocturnal being sometimes. just okay. But that's how I function best. It's very important that you know that. Because the thing with potential is there's always something inside you at the point of execution, resisting your becoming who you're capable of being. That's a known fact. And the truth is there's never a magic bridge between where you are and where you need to be. There's only growth, there's adjustment, and you're becoming. Recently, I've realized that many people aren't afraid of failure as we think they are. They are simply just afraid of change. It's like the thought of changing aches them, like having to change your cycle, having to change your routine, your relationship, your association, the friendship, their habits, the patterns, environment, and even changing your identity. That alone is exhausting. Some people even changing the story they've told themselves for so long that has not been anywhere benefiting. It's exhausting. But here's what I've learned. You cannot keep everything the same and expect your life to become different. Something has to change. Something has to move. Something has to shift. That shell must fall off. Okay? Is why in today's video I want to share with you some of the things that has been killing our potentials. And of course, how to beat it. Okay, number one of what I put here is the beliefs we've held and embraced. Is one thing to hold. Okay, you are still figuring it out. Is another thing to embrace. You are done figuring it out. Now you've accepted it as your own truth. And if what you embrace is a bad thing, then it's lethal because that is going to kill your potential. I've held few beliefs for years now, and I will tell you, because whether we realize it or not, we are always acting out what we believe, one way or the other. One is that if I don't stand on my feet, eventually I will kneel on it. And before somebody start wondering what that means, right? When it comes to living out one's potential, responsibility is not optional. Life will collect its payment one way or the other, either on the right side or on the bad side, and you will have yourself to blame for it. Another one is that my thought belongs to me. They are not my master. This belief has helped me navigate life in ways that even amaze me. Thoughts are like the steering wheel of a car. Just because a thought appears doesn't mean it gets to choose my direction. So I can replace it, I can challenge it, I can redirect it. I hold the wheel so I can. And honestly, some of us are trying to build our lives on terrible beliefs. You've held beliefs like I'm incapable, I can't do it, I can't navigate this phase is tough, the mountain is bigger, I'm always behind, I'm not capable, I'm not gifted enough, I'm not anointed enough, I'm not strong enough, I'm too young, I'm too old. You've been doing this to yourself, and after some years you now wonder why you struggle to move forward. Of course, beliefs are lenses, and once you keep them, eventually you start seeing the reality of it. And whether pleasant or unpleasant. Scripture says in Proverbs that how a man thinketh, so he is. And it's not to say that thoughts are magic, like they just appear the moment you engage them, no. But because they shape our decision day after day, and has the ability to change the entire rhythm of our lives. So you must see that the way you live out your life today without a care is heavily influenced by the story you keep telling yourself. Yes, and not the other way around. So Number two is the expectations we put on ourselves. Can we be honest for a second? Some of us are absolutely unreasonable with ourselves. You would never talk to your friend the way you talk to yourself. Like, you won't come at your friend like that. You will never expect your friend to be all and everything at a flip, but you do that to yourself. Learn fast, grow fast, figure everything that fast. Yes, somehow that's the expectation you placed on yourself. As though you are some alien, I would say. It's almost like we've confused growth with urgency. Everything has to happen now. Like, if it's not happening now, it's not real. It has to be this year to even happen before everyone gets it. Growth has never worked that way. Don't get me wrong, okay? You need to get to the place of desire, yes. But you also need to get there healthy. It's why some people get it at the end of the day, but didn't get the profit out of it. Because there's always a process to growth. That's even the beauty in value and your becoming. I've made a video here on structure. Do you know God could have created an oak tree instantly, yet he chose process. There's first the roots, there's stem, there's branches, there's flowers. Stephen Furtick said process reveals potential. That you will never know your potential if you keep resisting the process God is taking you to try to reveal it. He made the whole sentence in a word and call it initiative. That the only limit to one potential is their purpose and perseverance. It's like one who is very argumentative. That might be seen as a problem on the outside, but when you get that applied to the right purpose, you will see a great potential form up. I mentioned here that everyone has potential. But the issue is, if your potential doesn't find the right purpose, it can kill. I can relate this to the story of Elisha in 2 Kings 2, where the same potential Elisha had to clean up that water with a spread of salt was the same potential he used to kill the 42 Hebrew boys. Yeah, don't do that to yourself. Find your purpose, embrace it. That way it brings us to true alignment. It's even the true value in our becoming. Scripture says, "Behold, I come in the volume of the book written concerning me, to do his will." Purpose and potential has to come in alignment for us to even say we are living it to its fullest. Number three of another thing keeping us from living at our fullest potential, I would say, is our loyalty to emotion. This one, right? I wish I could say this point twice. Because emotions are wonderful servants. Yeah. But they're terrible masters. And somewhere along the line, we've mistaken something. We started treating emotions as instruction. So it is now your major primary drive. I don't feel like it, so I don't go out. I don't feel motivated, I'm not working. I don't feel ready, I don't feel confident. So everything is now on pause because your emotions are there messing with your signals. Okay, think about this. What if your feelings are simply reporting weather condition? Somebody said this in the podcast. What's true? What if they're simply reporting weather conditions? What if they're not actually giving direction? I'm going to do a video here on emotions, because imagine if farmers only planted when they feel inspired. Imagine if parents only parented when they feel like it. A lot of things would have gone wrong. Imagine if Noah only built the ark when he feel like it. Many important things wouldn't even have happened. You know, David understood this in the Bible when he said in Psalm 42:11 that, "Why art thou cast down, O my soul? Why are you disquieted within me? Hope that in God, while we yet trust him." Notice that David was speaking directly to his emotions instead of allowing them to speak to him. And this is how one can live out his potentials. When you can still act even when you don't feel like it. We just need to get to the point where we know that our purpose, the purpose we carry, is bigger than mood. And our future demands commitment beyond mere emotions. I've learned this in this journey, because sometimes your purpose just have to drag your emotions along, however heavy that emotions are. You need to just know that they are temporal. Because some mornings you wake up excited, other mornings you wake up not feeling like it. But both mornings require that you bring yourself together to live out your fullest potential. Number 4 is the compass we are using. Compass in this context is the force that determines our direction. It's what we hold as anchor. It's like our borderline. And a lot of people are navigating life with a broken one. Have been navigating life with a broken one. They are making motion. Yes, they are moving, but they're not moving in a useful direction. And you cannot live out to your fullest potential that way. So one of the compass I put here is fear. Not like fear in reverence, okay? Just the fear that doesn't have the decency to call himself fear. It dressed himself as wisdom. You're in one spot still wanting to get clarity, telling yourself you need clarity, you need confirmation, you need to pray more, you need to pray more, you need to study more, you need to read books more. You have a full shelf of literature, but you are never getting started. That fear, it may sound reasonable at some point. It may even sound spiritual and mature, but that thing is a killer. There are two voices in our head. The voice of the Holy Spirit, then the voice of our own terror. Believe me. And once we walk with this confusion, right, the devil wouldn't have to do too much to get us to not live out our fullest potential, to get us to sabotage ourselves. You don't even have to do too much, because that is going to keep us stuck. I'm still trying to remember a scripture in Philippians, but I'll put it up here. Another compass that we can be using is comparison. You can't live out your full potential, because every decision you ever made with regard to your own life and destiny is filtered through another person's work, what someone else is doing. So your achievement always feels small to you because somebody else achieved more. The blessings you even hold currently still feels insufficient, not in aspiration or something, but just because somebody else's own is bigger. That's exhausting. Comparison is very exhausting, and I've always said this in this channel, it's not a good way to live. It's like you're running a race while always looking sideways. You're not reaching. For others, the compass is motivation. Now, motivation is beautiful. I love the feeling of it, but it's unreliable. It's very inconsistent. It's a friend that tells you it's gonna arrive at 8 a.m. but end up arriving at noon. So if you keep doing that consistently, then when are you actually living out your potential? Another compass is perfectionism. One of the most respectable looking form of fear. People keep saying they are waiting for the right time, they are waiting until it's perfect, until they are guaranteed success, but life never guarantees success. And something don't get perfect at the starting point. Okay, you just take the first step, align with God, so that He keeps ordering your other steps. That's it. Then I think another compass can be procrastination. Procrastination also looks like preparation. Okay, so you don't have to do it today, you just need to get better, keep getting better until tomorrow come and still say the same thing. At the end of the day, you make tomorrow looks like what is exactly responsible for what today is supposed to do, something that is very unpredictable. I was reading a book. It says that yesterday has passed and as such is not yours. Tomorrow it's an illusion. Today is the only day you get to create reality. And it's true. So the best compass isn't fear. The best compass isn't comparison. The best compass isn't motivation. It's not even perfectionism. The best compass is commitment. Your commitment to doing that thing which you know you should be doing, which you even know you are capable of doing. So last of what is actually keeping us from not living at our fullest potential is our refusal for necessary change. I genuinely believe that most of us want the next season without becoming the next version of ourselves. We kind of want some success done on us. Like, it's clear that we want the opportunities. We want greater growth. We want to attain that height, but do all that with a folded hands. Let's make it make sense. You refuse the little discomfort that is getting you up early, the one that keeps you up late at night, the one that commits you to doing something bigger than you, to stretching your capacity. We refuse all that but still want to live out our fullest potential. I'm going to say it's not possible. You cannot just be moving through the waves without an idea on who you are becoming and be assuming on just what you're getting. It's not possible. And one person who believes that everything I truly desire will come when I'm ready. Because I don't think God bless us merely based on desires. He loves us too much to bless our dysfunction. He loves you too much to bless your dysfunction. So sometimes the deal is actually development. Yeah, it just needs you to, like I said earlier, to live from point desire to point expectation. Because even God Himself is interested in building us. And we know that building takes time. So if I'm to point out one of the biggest obstacles to us living at our fullest potential, it will be our resistance to growth, our resistance to change, our resistance to discomfort, to becoming. And maybe that's the question we're sitting with. That future that we desire isn't just waiting for a miracle version of us, so that we can even be able to sustain the level we will attain. So this might just be what has been keeping us from living at our fullest potentials, and many others. So we kind of need to identify it so that we can work on it and then outgrow it. And I feel like the life God placed inside of us deserve that chance. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for following me through the video. The video has blessed me. I really hope it does bless you. And if it does, do all that good stuff. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe if you've not subscribed. I'll see you in my next video. Put a comment down for us. Any other thing you feel has been keeping us from living at our fullest potential, put it in the comment section. We'll take the discussion up from there. Thank you for watching. This is Joy Selfas. Bye.